For the bank holiday weekend, another clean sheet and another victory, this time on the road. What was your take on the game?
I thought it was actually heading towards being probably one of the most exciting 0-0s I've watched for a long time. It was to and fro, wasn't it? I mean, they had the penalty that they'd be disappointed and ruined that they never scored, and that fairness to Grant, great save. And they had one or two other chances, ball coming in the box at the end. It was like the Alamo a little bit. But I thought we had our fair few chances. When you come to a place like Swindon, in respect to Ian Holloway, he's got his place bouncing, and fair play to him. And they're bashing teams 4 and 5. You've got to be set up right, and you've got to be absolutely on it in every department, and you've got to be able to weather moments in the game, and sometimes long moments, and we did that really well. And clean sheet is what gives me the biggest delight, and the 1-0 away from home is even better.
And prior to today's game, Swindon has scored 15 times in their last 4 games. Probably makes the clean sheet even more valuable. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not silly enough to say if that penalty goes in, it might be a different day, but it didn't go in. Our goalie saved it. And look, you set your team up right, and they're all on it, and they're all doing the fundamentals right and correct. For large periods of the game, this is what you've got to do at places like this. I know there was a bit of moaning, maybe a bit of time wasting, and this, that, and that. But you've got to use every trick in the trade when you come to these places. You can't come here and play an honest, open game. You're just going to get picked off. And I thought our setup and the way we went about it was perfect. There was pressure, wasn't there, particularly in that second half period, and the defence standing up really strong in the end to earn that clean sheet.
Yeah, there's a big breeze blowing down the pitch. In fairness, so that invites the first bit of pressure. And then, when they've got a big team like they've got, they're going to keep putting in the box. And we stood up and we dealt with it really well. And I'm delighted. The lads got their clean sheet and their rewards, because there's been some days, we've just let one in the end, or we just haven't got across the line. Today we did, and it was a brilliant performance.
And amongst that pressure, I think 6 consecutive corners at one point as well.
Is that right? Yeah. Well, listen, that's what my boys do. They dig in. If there's one thing you say about this group of players, they do dig in, and they do. They really just sort of work for each other, and I don't know. There's a lovely feeling amongst that group in there, like humbleness, a desire to win, a desire to block for each other. We've created this real nice culture here, and I just want to keep adding to this culture with what I've got. I'm so proud of the boys, you can't believe. I know I don't look like it all the time, but I'm so proud of the team. They've really, everyone to a man's dug in.
We talked about the defence, but Grant Smith with some excellent saves yet again today.
I've said it before, best keeper in the league last year, and you'd be hard pushed to find a better keeper than him this year. I know this keeper's probably make some big saves, but for me, I judge a keeper on mistakes, and consistency, and I think he's been the element of consistency and for us, and had some big moments for us. He's been fantastic. He doesn't know this, so I don't want to embarrass him, but at the hotel last night, I see him in the gym. The guy's a super professional. He's working in the gym late last night before a game. It's phenomenal. He deserves every bit of credit he gets. And when you do things right, the football gods look down on you, and you get your rewards. And he got that today.
Danny Imre almost with a hat-trick, 3 great chances today. But that the winning goal, although slightly fortuitous with the finish, excellent work from Imre beforehand.
Yeah, he should have had a goal or two for sure. I felt today. But he was great, wasn't he? I mean, he just puts fear into opposition defences. You 1 minute you're going to tackle him, he skips away. He's been great for us, Danny. He's been phenomenal. As of all the loan boys, they've been so professional. The ones I've left out today, for reasons I've had to sort of look at our players in certain positions. Every one of them's been super professional for us, and I can't thank them enough. It's still a bit early to do that, but yeah, we've really got a nice thing going on here. I almost don't want the season to end.
You talked about the atmosphere here today, brilliant, 8,800, and 300 or so Bromley fans really made themselves heard.
I could hear them, yeah, that was fantastic. They might be a bit disappointed I don't do that, whoa, it's just not me. In fact, I cringe when I see managers doing that, but I really am appreciative for them. They are really, really, behind this team. And I've said it, let's go back a few weeks ago at Port Vale, they was really behind the team then at 5-0. So it's nice to give them a nice journey home today. But they've been behind us all season, and we can't thank them enough, we really can't.
And talking of journeys, ourselves and some of the hardy souls up there are going to be making one of those long journeys up to Barrow at the weekend.
Do you reckon that 300 are going to be out there next week? Yeah, I've never been to Barrow, looking forward to it. it'd be a tough game, you know, and they're all tough games, but it's nice. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing my team evolve a little bit and develop, and just the characteristics of us. Really chuffed.
Andy, as always, thank you for your time.
Thank you.